Won't you get down with me, down with me, down with me? Oh, you down with me, down with me, down with me. Won't you get down with me, down with me, down with me? Oh, you down with me, down with me? Hold on. I got a crowd wrapping around the whole town for me. Hey, mama proud, got a thou in the balcony. Nah, 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 I don't hear no clown talking foul on me. Won't shoot me down, send the cavalry. It been a while since I had time for me. Won't you get down with me, down with me, down with me? Hello. Max March out with the polo. Like my style, don't ya? Nights like this, I wish I was with ya. On my turf, roll out the Henry Rux. She like when I hit.
Tonight, from Seattle, Washington, it's time for Monday Night.
The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Fielded in the end zone. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. Seattle's first go on offense forthcoming, and under center, of course, Russell Wilson.
Coming off of a loss their last time out, I think he's just seeking to make a bigger impact on the game. He threw a touchdown pass, didn't throw an interception. I think he just wants to jump those numbers up in terms of flinging it around and letting his receivers get into the end zone.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones.
Aaron Jones on the carry.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Wilson, that's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki.
Wilson's pass.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4. Makes it 3rd and 7.
From the shotgun, Wilson gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. A gain of 4, not enough. And it looks like punt time on their opening drive as it's 4th down.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the 3rd down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up 4th down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure he didn't give up much run after catch.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return, and it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field. Under center is a 6'2", 225-pound signal caller, Aaron Rodgers.
And it would be interesting to see pretty early in this one exactly where his head is, because the best quarterbacks shake off performances like he had last week. Way too many interceptions. Didn't throw a touchdown pass. Team lost the game. Let's see if he can bounce back and get things going in the right direction.
He'll be trying to forget those 3 picks, as you noted. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Cornbread Diggs on the tackle. It's a pickup of 3.
They give to Dillon out of the gun.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Rodgers going to give this one to Dillon.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Now they'll throw with Rodgers. And that'll be incomplete. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
It's 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Now Rodgers.
He'll get this into the hands of Dillon, complete. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. They'll get 8, but they're going to have to punt here on the opening drive because that's not enough. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That, too.
He was brought down at the 20.
The numbers on the ground for Jones last week. 14 carries, 73 yards, and a touchdown.
I can't remember the last time we did a game and a coach didn't talk about establishing the run first. But they've lost 2 straight games, so they still want to do that, but they've got to have some contingencies, some other options. Expect them maybe to throw it a little bit to open up things and maybe run it a little bit more later in the game.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. Well, for the Seahawks and Packers, the 2 winningest teams in the NFC during the decade that just wrapped up. And during that decade, Seattle 2 Super Bowl wins. The Packers had 1. And these 2, of course, they met in the playoffs this season ago as well, and it was the Packers behind 2 touchdowns each from Devontae Adams and Aaron Jones who beat the Seahawks 28-23. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll kick it away for the second time. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Packers offense here coming back out for their second drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least 1 home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Gary Jennings.
First time that they've called his number tonight, and it gets him a first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Here's Rodgers throwing quickly to the flat. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Rodgers to throw once more. That one complete to his receiver, Jennings. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 43. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down.
Well, every now and then I can speak from experience because I do know as a defender, it is awfully hard to stay with your man on these crossing routes because even if you don't get picked, there's a danger of being picked either by one of their receivers or maybe by your own defender. And on that play, that worked quite well.
Dillon now on 1st and 10.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
He's brought down at the 39-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. This pass to Jennings, and he makes a catch. Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches.
3rd and inches.
They'll try and run for the first with Dillon.
And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and it's going to yield a new set of downs.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy who can take it the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up 1st downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. From the gun, it's Rodgers.
Slant to Adams.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now a run with Dillon.
And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup.
From the gun, it's Dillon.
2nd and 7.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line.
A.J. Dillon.
From the 8, they've got it 1st and goal.
On the stop. 1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Hunter Henry. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Packers have taken the early lead.
The losing streak had taken on a life of its own, and I think it infiltrates a team when you're on that much of a slide. But this group has managed to focus, come out early, and put a touchdown on the board. They look like they mean business in this one.
They do. Now the key, holding on to that attitude, because, man, that streak has been a struggle for them. Footing likely going to be an issue all night here on a rainy night, but this one is good. That one in the books as a 12-play drive, and it ends with a Packers touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Taken in the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. They go play action with Wilson.
He'll drop this underneath for Jones.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 30.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
The end of the 1st quarter with the score Packers 7, Seahawks 0.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Right there.
They go play action now. Wilson. And Jones has it over the middle. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 38.
Now Jones. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45.
On the carry.
On the tackle that time, Dean Lowry.
Granted, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now a draw play. This is Jones. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
1st and 10 at the 40.
Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. Now on 2nd and 13, Wilson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. Buying time to his left. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down. With nowhere to throw it, decided to scramble, and a nice job, CD. Got the yardage that he needed.
Yeah, and his teammates are certainly going to appreciate that effort, even if his coaches don't, because they would have wanted him to slide and protect himself. But he chose team gain over personal protection.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Escaping the pressure right. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 4.
Here's Wilson from the gun on 3rd down. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Packers 7, Seahawks 3.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, Carter, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
They're on 23-yard line.
So here are the Packers now to take over. They've dropped 4 straight games coming into this one, remember, but they have the lead here. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the Pack up 1st and 10 at their own 23. Off of play action, he'll look to throw. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
And the Packer
shotgun now for Rodgers. The left side throw complete to Adams. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
Can't do that.
So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
4 yards.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. Caught left side by Funchess. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Gain of 7. 1st down, Green Bay.
Rodgers again now.
Throw left side complete. That's Adams. And down inside the 15 he goes.
A gain of
14 yards, good for a Packer first down. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. They'll run now with Dillon. Give him 3 yards on the run. Now they'll need to drop something good here on 3rd and 13.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers.
That'll be complete to the running back, A.J. Dillon.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
So on now for the Packers at their all-time leading scorer, Mason Crosby. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And in his 15th season, he's able to get this one to go. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Room to run at the 50.
In just about every special teams meeting, there's a discussion with the punter about his importance. Why? He can flip the field for your team defensively, move it deep into their own territory, or if you're backed up on offense and he can hit a big punt and change field position and help his defense. In this case, though, field position got flipped by the return team. You can do it so many different ways on special teams.
And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call.
Offense.
No!
That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block would be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
down at the 48-yard line. Brings up 2nd down.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Now a short one to Gesicki. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. And this a quick slant to Lockett. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a 1st down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Now Wilson on 1st down. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams.
Wilson's pass.
A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. That's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
A chance now to get even before the break as they come up first and goal.
Right there. 54. Right there. Right there.
Wilson will throw again. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Mike Williams, the intended target, but it'll be second and goal.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
To throw again is Wilson. And he's got it. Caught him in the end zone for the Seahawks touchdown. Tyler Lockett, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up.
After nearly 30 minutes of football, that touchdown puts us in a position where if they make the extra point, we're right back to even before we start the second half.
Jason Myers now for the extra point. And he'll put it through, and that evens us up at 10 apiece. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it all culminates with a Seattle score. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. Now this will make it into the end zone, and this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
On first down, Rodgers. That's complete to the former Aggie, Jay Sternberger. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. From the gun, Rodgers. And this one complete right side to Funchess. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. And that'll be complete to Dillon. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Throwing again on 2nd down. Rodgers. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football. So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Here's Jonathan Coachman.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll start up at MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Jamison Crowder, a touchdown catch in the victory. From there, we're off to check out another game, and they were winners in that one as they take care of the visiting Chicago Bears. 24-21, the final score. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been as tight as we expected. All tied through one half of play. For the call of the second half, let's get it back to Brandon Gunn.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Takes this about 5 yards deep, and he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. The Green Bay offense ready to take over.
They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. That one goes for 30 yards.
So when's the best time to take the big shots downfield? When you think a defense least expects it, and I think the first play of the third quarter qualifies. They came right out firing. That's how you send a message to start the second half of a game.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45.
Rodgers now to throw.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Rodgers now on first down. And this complete to Henry over the middle. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
8 yards.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now a carry for Dillon. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Well, think of it like you would a typical boxing match. The person is on his heels and absorbing blows is having a tough time. And that's what's happening to the defense right now because the offense is on his toes and punching. And there was another first down run right there.
And how about the quick feet there as he made a man miss on his way to a solid gain of 7.
A 7-yard pickup. Brings up
on second down, Dillon. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line.
A.J. Dillon, the ball carrier, brought down at the 2-yard line. First and goal at the 2-yard line.
They'll try and pound it in with Dillon. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. A.J. Dillon, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Packers have taken the lead.
Well, we got a little bit of everything on that run. Offensive line creating some space, but how about the guy running behind his pads into the end zone?
What does that mean when a guy says running behind his pad?
It means that he's going to be a physical runner. That way he's able to use his shoulder pads, his forearms, anything to ward off people and power his way forward.
Extra point try now for Crosby. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17-10. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And it was A.J. Dillon who capped it off with a touchdown run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From the 10. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the second half. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
Kyle Duggar up to make the tackle. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and
They'll go again to Jones. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
A gain of 13. It's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Intended for Mike Gesicki. Incomplete.
2nd and 10 now. Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Packers pick it up. The 20. There he goes left side. And he will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Green Bay touchdown. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room. Boy, they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
Now Crosby for the point after. And the lead is up to 14. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. From the 6. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now 1st and 10 at their own 26. He'll begin the drive with a give to Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half. And that trend is continuing here.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Let's go.
Again, it's Jones. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the shotgun, Wilson. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 10 yards and a Seattle 1st down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Wilson. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
at the 45.
Now an option play on second down. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46.
The ball carrier. He was tackled at the 46-yard line. Brings up third down.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Jones. And Jones is not going to have the first down as they stop him short. That'll make it fourth down after a loss of 1.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll begin the drive with a run by Dillon. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Back to Dillon on first down. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and 11 now. Rodgers, and that is incomplete. He was looking for the connection with Devin Funchess, and it's third down. Working from the gun, Rodgers. He'll get this into the hands of Dillon, complete. And he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now fourth down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. From the gun, Wilson. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz.
Complete.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
6. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He'll find Metcalf. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. Wilson to Metcalf that time. First down, Seattle.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Again, Wilson. Dancing to his left. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Good for a Seahawks. First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
So after 2 first downs, they get another here. First and 10 at the 45. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Seahawks with possession of the football, but they do trail here to begin quarter number 4. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10. Operating from the gun. Wilson. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for his running back, Aaron Jones, that time. That'll bring up second down.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Again on second and 10, it's Wilson. Going right back to Jones. This time the connection made. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. It's a first down on a gain of 10. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field. Defense.
On first down, Wilson. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Mike Williams that time, but it'll be second down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
57's Mike.
To throw again. Wilson right back to Williams, and this time he's got him. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. The Seahawks on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 4. Throwing again here. Wilson. He lets it fly for Lockett. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. This spot in the fourth quarter with that deficit, had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at the 20. The drive starts with a carry by Dillon. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
Tackle made at the 24-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
They run once more with Dillon. Pushes him over. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Ronnie Harrison on the tackle.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
Incomplete. It's 2nd down and 10.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Rodgers. Short pass caught by Henry. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. The Packers on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Rodgers going to give this one to Dillon. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
Here's J.K. Scott now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad.
Seattle again getting ready to take over offensively. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a two-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander, and they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field.
They have to like the position that they are in. Fourth quarter, two-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. It's 3rd. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down.
They'll set up a screen for Dillon.
And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. And a screen only good for 3 that time, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. Down the numbers. There he goes. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
The extra point now coming from Myers. He's got it, and it's 24-17. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
From the 6. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Green Bay offense ready to take over. And now this fourth quarter becoming very interesting. That pick 6 makes this a one-score game. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how aggressive they choose to be.
But he takes it up to the 40. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation when they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Dillon now on 1st and 10.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Dillon, the ball carrier. Jermaine Carter on the stop. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 44-yard line.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Caught left side by Funchess. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. I don't want to make a story where there's not one, but he threw the 3 interceptions last week. Looked a little uncomfortable. He looks much more comfortable today.
Yeah, just 1 pick so far and his team leads. So now they can play complementary football, meaning if he takes care of the ball and his offense, if they're humming along, the defense doesn't have to be out there as long. He's taking care of his guys on the other side of the ball.
They're enjoying a 4th quarter advantage. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Throwing is Rodgers. This pass to Jennings, and he makes the catch. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. From the gun, it's Rodgers.
Slant to Adams. And the Packers are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
It's a nice pickup at 12 yards, and it gives them a 1st and goal. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5.
Still 1st down.
The delay of game, a costly one, as they're backed up 5 for 1st and goal. Now Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
A very valuable 9-yard pickup, and now they're set up a little better here for 3rd and goal.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 3rd and goal now as they look for that final touchdown to salt this one away. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. A.J. Dillon, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Packers add 6 to their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside at 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Extra point try now for Crosby. And the lead is up to 14.
The kick is good.
A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all.
And it was A.J. Dillon who capped it off with a touchdown run.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Taking it about the 1. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
So Russell Wilson in the offense. Down by 2 touchdowns. 1:53 remaining. They're in danger of a 3rd straight loss as they come up on 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. The 1st down screen pass, good for 5. Wilson trying to urge his guys to go faster and get set at the line. On the right side, open is Gesicki. And out across midfield, down to the 45. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While he gets attended to, we'll step aside.
throw on first down with Wilson. Out to the right, he gets it to Lockett. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. Tyler Lockett was the target there, but it's going to be second down.
Incomplete. He was covered by Jair Alexander.
Throwing again, Wilson. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Wilson to Lockett there for the Seahawks first down. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. Another shot from the 9 on second and goal.
Leads to second and goal.
To throw again is Wilson. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high-percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Now Myers for the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown. So this drive spans 7 plays. And the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown.
24.
35 seconds to play. Everything will come down here to this onside kick. And this is recovered by the Packers, so that might just about do it. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
The drive will start with an option going left. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter. On second down, Dillon. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on third down. Again, it's Dillon. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And his kick is good. Didn't hit it all that well, but he got enough on it to put it through. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, we've got to find 2 scores. So, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but, boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too. Throwing now is Wilson. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Here's Wilson. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
3rd and 2.
One last shot for Wilson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Tonight,
Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.